conference matchup as down in this game. We're in San Antonio. The Spurs with home court play. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. Outside. Next to me, Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr in the booth. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All on the floor for Portland. Lillard and Matthews pair up in the backcourt. Aldridge and Lopez are down low. And it's Batum in at the 3 slot.
Of all the players in the NBA, maybe the only person other than LeBron who is a threat to get a triple-double on a nightly basis is Nick Batum. He just racks up stats in so many categories with such ease.
Now here's Parker. Puts up the baby hook, and he gets the bucket.
And he's on the board early.
The first to strike there. Nice hoop.
Now here's Lillard. Matthews a screen on Parker. And Lillard kicks to Matthews. Aldridge the pass to Batum. Portland moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Here's Matthews. The shot is off. Great D that time from Leonard.
And you know, Batum becoming a much more active passer over the last couple of seasons. He's still working on his decision making. His turnovers actually climbed as well, but the Blazers can use another playmaker on the wing, and Batum can fill that void.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Lillard dishes to Matthews. He used that pick to perfection.
Boy, a fantastic job by Aldridge to lay into that defender on the screen.
Portland on defense. And Batum last season had some stretches with huge rebounding numbers. 2 separate 3-game spans, in fact, Steve, with almost 50 boards.
Well, you look at his work on the glass. I mean, he took it to a new level. Over 7 boards a game for the season. That is excellent.
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now. It's not possible what we just said. Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner.
It's possible. Not
Holy
probable. It is possible. I don't know what all that meant, but you're right, Clark. Well, they're shooting 75% here early on, even with that miss.
Pass to Aldridge. Dishes it to Matthews. Shot clock at 6. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Well, Wes Matthews started off last season on fire. Over 50% from long range over the first quarter of the season. And as time went on, he cooled off a bit. But as a whole, just an excellent year for Matthews. Probably the best of his career.
And Matthews, a reliable three-point shooter throughout his career. Able to hit spotting up or on the move. Prefers that left wing, but can really spray you from anywhere.
Lillard with the block. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And Steve, Wesley Matthews selective with when he'll look to attack off the dribble.
Yeah, he keeps his turnovers low, but he's a gym rat. Working on his ability to drive inside and finish, but really wants to shoot threes. That's what his focus is.
Kept alive. Goes back up. The shot's good from Lopez.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Duncan with it. Outside Leonard. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Yeah, he went for a little extra on that one.
Well, he usually doesn't finish soft, obviously. He can when necessary, sure, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that.
No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. The Spurs have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Well, Kawhi Leonard drafted 15th overall, Clark, back in 2011. The pick acquired from the Indiana Pacers in a trade for George Hill.
And at the time, Manu Ginobili said that he really didn't agree with the trade, made him angry. He had a real strong relationship with George Hill and liked his game. I'm sure a lot of Spurs fans felt the same way, but even as Hill remains a heck of a player, the Spurs fans have to be happy. As a matter of fact, they are ecstatic with what Kawhi Leonard has been able to do and what he looks like he's going to do for many years to come.
3 from Matthews, and a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. Matthews has got 7.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3-ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a three-point battle like this.
Here's Duncan, and it's San Antonio with another.
That was very confident offense right there.
Well, Tim Duncan, in a lot of ways, the epitome of Steve's substance over style.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin, both in terms of his game and his personality. He's just a winner and a leader, but he does it in such a quiet fashion that sometimes people forget to take notice.
Right side, Green. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Green's got his first points of the game.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, I think that could really set things up well the rest of the game. Pound the ball inside and let your perimeter players play off your bigs.
And when I think about Duncan's leadership, man, I could go on and on. I don't even know if I have enough time, but one of the things that stands out is he's never put himself above his teammates or the staff, and he allows himself to be coached extremely hard by Greg Popovich. He's relentless, dedicated, and in many ways he can lead without saying a word.
That is not an easy shot right there. He had to get it off over a taller defender.
A little bit of a rainbow three, but like you said, it had to be with the size mismatch.
Layup off the pick. Splitter, that's good.
Another good pass, and their offensive execution has been impressive, to say the least.
The last 4 field goals have been assisted. Yeah, passing has kept the defense off balance, but to get assists, you got to make the shots.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Another shot, and it's finished off by Batum.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
Spurs leading by 5.
You talk about Duncan allowing Pop to get into him. I think really he's his own toughest critic. As great as he is, have to become great.
With that reverse jam, the fans got a little extra show there.
That one definitely had something, you're right, extra on it.
That was one of those 3 or 4 plays that you see every night in an NBA game that just leaves you in awe.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, Greg Popovich and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He talked about the respect he has for the game of LaMarcus Aldridge and how tough it will be for them to slow him down, saying Aldridge is tough because he can score facing up or with his back to the basket. And with his length, it's tough to bother his shot. We'll look to deny him the ball when we can and just try to make it as hard as possible every touch. Kevin, we'll see how successful they are.
All right, Doris.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
San Antonio leading, and now in transition is Parker. Here we go. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And Matthews kicks to Aldridge. Lillard from outside. Again, the miss by Lillard.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far. You can look at a number of areas where the Blazers improved last season. Really an outstanding year all the way around. But one area they still had trouble with was their depth. That's an area they'll look to shore up going forward.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. 6 on the shot clock. And Mills kicks to Ginobili. Fades and shoots. Shot is off. Now Portland takes it the other way. There's 53 seconds left in the first. Steve, depth definitely something Portland didn't feel comfortable with last year. Last in the league in bench minutes played.
And by a wide margin. I mean, not surprisingly when they were, also last in bench scoring. Hard to tell which caused the other, but, certainly they didn't feel as comfortable as they could have, with heavy minutes from their reserves.
Kicks to Mills. There's a screen. Bellinelli loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Here's McCollum. That 3 off the mark.
Right from the start, they've been aggressive on the glass. Most of the rebounds seem to be going their way.
And, Steve, I think they are ready for the fight today.
Passes it to Bellinelli. Offline with his 3. Here's a Flalo. Got it off in time, but it's no good. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. It's San Antonio. They lead by 8. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for San Antonio?
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And I like the physical play we're seeing, too, because this is a club that's really pounding the paint area and scoring inside.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Batuma's out there with a Flalo. Then there's Myers Leonard. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Blake in at the point guard position.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
And Bellinelli kicks to Ginobili. For 3. Here's Bellinelli. He's guarded by a Flalo. Ginobili outside. And Mills kicks to Ginobili. And the 3 off target. Trailblazers trail by 7. Here's McCollum. Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by Ginobili. San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And a fast break now for the Spurs.
Great job taking it right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left them no choice but to foul there.
Clark, you think of how much success the Spurs have had, and it's almost as if they can plug anyone in, and they are immediately on the same page and working as a unit.
Well, they make it look easy, but there's a lot of work that goes into that. They evaluate the players they bring in, wanting to fit them into a culture that already exists, and continuity and consistency you get from the top down. Greg Popovich, Tim Duncan, and you've got those guys in place. Then you throw in Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker. Now you've got a group that you can win with for a long time, and they've done just that.
And Aldridge slams it in.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
And he gets it to go.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
And he gets it to go. Aldridge has got 6 in the quarter.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
You know, as great as Aldridge was in the first half of last year, you felt like he was going to really kick it into overdrive in the second half of the season because of his all-star snub.
So both teams making some changes here. Diaw, the pass to Parker. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Diaw dishes to Green. He feeds it to Diaw. Into Tim Duncan. It's good. The assist that time from Diaw. And that's now 6 points for Tim Duncan. And Aldridge, in saying he should have been a starter in last year's All-Star game, probably comparing the Blazers record at the time to that of Kevin Love's of Minnesota.
Yeah, but it's not just team success. I mean, one thing for Aldridge, he takes some tough shots. A 23-point per game score, but his shooting efficiency was actually below average last season.
Finding the open man every trip down the floor.
Certainly seems like he's doing that, Steve. I mean, it's been a great passing day for him.
The drive by Green. Tipped away. Leonard against Duncan. And there's the feed to Leonard. Tries yet again, and that one's good. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's really come through. And that's not something they should get away from.
Here's Matthews, and the powerful one-handed slam. I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw, the defensive presence is almost non-existent. They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points. You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
Parker outside. He dishes it to Green. Duncan kicks to Green. The pass to Leonard. And it's Leonard again missing.
Even though he missed it, he couldn't pass up that chance.
Yeah, that's an easy jump shot. You got to take that one.
Matthews against Leonard. A follow outside. Blake for three. The second chance effort. The shot, no good. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Leonard. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Got 15.
Things have changed a little bit here in the second quarter, guys, and we're seeing them start to convert a lot of second chance opportunities.
Yeah, and I'm sure the coach has to be happy about this. I mean, the hustle underneath is paying off in a big way.
Splitters checked in for the Spurs. Lopez, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard comes in for Steve Blake. Spurs leading by 7. Parker inside, covered by Lillard. Parker passes to Leonard. Shot is blocked. Lillard outside. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. That's 10 points for Lillard.
You look at them and what they're trying to do on offense, and I like it. I really do. I like the way they're using the entire court. They're spreading themselves out, and when you spread yourself out and make the extra pass, it gives you a chance to get good looks from behind the three-point line, and they're draining their chances. Tony could well be the best point guard penetrator in the game. And he's great at finding a seam and getting the ball up and off glass before the shot blocker can recover. And once the ball hits the glass and comes off, it's a no-touch zone for the defender.
And Aflalo kicks to Lillard. And another three for Portland.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Parker against Lillard. Splitter dishes to Leonard. Feeds it to Splitter. And good on the basket. Hook it. Splitter's got 6 points.
And Parker with the quickness to win that race to the rim, and then his great touch, able to use English or just the spin on the ball to drop it in. Even when the defense gets there early, it seems like Parker's able to use that teardrop.
San Antonio leading by 3. Green kicks to Splitter. Back to Green. Jacks up a 3. Offensive rebound. Duncan tries again, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
How about the job they're doing drawing contact and giving themselves opportunities for 3 points at the line?
My kind of basketball, Steve. No frills, straight ahead, physical play.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And for Parker now coming into his 30s, the question, how will his game, so based on speed, heart, and elusiveness, how will it end?
Well, I think that's a fair question. His game is not athleticism as it is those attributes of speed and quickness and elusiveness. I think the elusiveness can hang around for a while. The speed will go. But the fact he's improved as a jump shooter, I think will continue to allow him to be pretty good at getting to the rim.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Robin Lopez has always been just a little bit different. He feels at home in Portland, where the city slogan says, "Keep Portland weird." Coach Stott said there aren't too many towns that have that slogan. Portland's a perfect fit for him and vice versa. Lopez definitely marches to the beat of his own drum, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Lopez always a bit of an eccentric, but the Blazers have his impact on the court.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game, though.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Baines is checked in. Bellinelli comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Daniel Green. And it's Mills in for Parker. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Portland.
First personal foul, 14 foul.
1:04 left to play here in the half. Baines passes it to Bellinelli. In the corner, it's Splitter. Spurs working the ball around now. Bellinelli gets the bucket.
Look how well he led him there with that pass.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Here's the screen. Lillard attacking, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Marco Bellinelli picks one.
One thing that Damian Lillard has made abundantly clear in his first few seasons in the league is that he is a force when the game is in its late stages. Just steps things up in a big way every fourth quarter.
He's a dead eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those.
Mills can't hit. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Well, you got to time up the clock, and it's easier said than done. But you got to execute your offense on that first possession.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Bellinelli. He's covered by Matthews. There's the dish to Bellinelli. Clock at 6. Ginobili with the 3. And good on the basket. Ginobili's got 5 points so far. 12 seconds left here in the second. Here's Lillard. From deep. Can't get it to go. Close game as we wrap up the... Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And what was most impressive was that his decision-making and shot-taking was very disciplined and efficient. Really an excellent half.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense has given him, and he's not trying to do too much. I love the flow and rhythm he's playing with it.
Leonard and Duncan are the pair at forward. Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2, and it's Splitter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
And that one's good. Parker.
You can't let him that close to the basket. It's almost a guaranteed finish when he gets into the paint.
Matthews into the lane. Lillard outside. Outside, Batum. The tray. Lillard again missing. Spurs leading by 5. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, Martin?
Well, you know what the questions are about now. It's their defense, that's for sure.
And Parker, here we go. And the Spurs scoring again.
Solid work right there. And again, the field goal percentages. Look at the discrepancy between these two teams in the second half.
Well, you're right. You've got one team moving crisply to get good shots and the other team just a bit stagnant. Well, they ran a nice play there, Kevin, to set up the easy dunk.
Yeah, he got help from his teammate and ran his man right straight into the pick.
Yep, and that's the offensive player's job. Run him into the screen.
And it was a great pick, too, Clark. I mean, he may have lowered his shoulder a little bit. He got him pretty clean.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Matthews sets a screen for Lillard. Outside Matthews. Rebound San Antonio. They've led by as many as 11 points. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Trailblazers trail by 10. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Lillard. Damian Lillard, drafted with the 6th pick back in 2011. That pick, guys, acquired from the Nets in an exchange for Gerald Wallace. Steve, I'd say a pretty good trade for the Blazers.
Yeah, well, remember the Nets were in win-now mode. They were trying to keep Darren Williams happy, so they felt like the trade for Wallace would do that. The Blazers, in turn, I mean, they were rebuilding, and so they found the perfect deal at the right time and ended up drafting the future Rookie of the Year.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Green kicks to Parker. Pass to Duncan. The drive by Green. Leonard with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Leonard, no luck.
And Lillard's star is continuing to rise, but, you know, he still thrives on that underdog status. He shrugs off the hype, doesn't really let it affect him. Still looks at himself as the 2-star recruit from Weber State, fighting for respect, and it's serving him well as he continues to grow as an NBA player.
Parker kicks to Splitter. Right side, Leonard.
Watch out!
And the powerful one-handed slam.
I tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. And now a 12-point Spurs lead.
And Lillard embracing the humble, grinding persona. But he plays the game with tremendous confidence. An assassin's mentality, and his disposition has really rubbed off on this entire Blazer team. And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding department too, Clark.
Yeah, it's been a really gritty performance. They'll have some bruises to show for it, but that's the way it should be. You should feel that you've competed when you do that work inside.
Got a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Portland, not the biggest market, but it's a one-team city, and these fans really support their Blazers. Coach Stott said, the fan support here is special. You can't appreciate it until you see it every night. Damian Lillard said, the fans stay behind us through good or bad. When they see us in public, it's always love.
They appreciate that support, Doris. Thanks. And Leonard gets it to go. Trailblazers trail by 12. Lopez, a screen on Parker. Lillard attacking, somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter. Spurs have gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Very strong. Here's Splitter. Can't get it to go. And it's Portland the other way.
Last season, Coach Popovich of the San Antonio Spurs winning his 5th NBA championship, one of only 5 NBA coaches in the league's history to win that many rings. He's one of the all-time greats.
Spurs leading by 8. Now Green. He has 7. It's Parker with the drive. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
And he continues to search for his rhythm. It's eluded him to this point.
Batum wide open. He fires. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 6 assists in the game.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Batum against Leonard. Goes up with a stripe. Count the bucket.
That was a nice touch.
Leonard's got 28.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
The jump hook. LaMarcus Aldridge again.
You know, offensively, his quarter has been perfect. Not a single missed shot. They got to keep riding him.
Parker drives in. Lillard with the block. Trailblazers trail by 5. Matthews, no one around him. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Another good look there, and that's his 2nd three-pointer of the game.
Parker against Lillard. Pulls up on the elbow and misses it off the right side of the rim. Portland's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Matthews, no one around him. And that misses. That would have put him up.
It seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
And that one's good. Parker.
Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
Lopez, a screen on Parker.
A lot of people thought that Danny Green would build on his play from the 2013 playoffs last season, but he's marred by injuries and underwhelming performances from him. Definitely not what he nor Spurs fans were hoping for.
And Danny Green last season, a dip in his field goal and three-point percentage club.
You know, he hit a slump around the middle of the season, but he finished strong. Still a highly efficient scorer in their offense.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Leonard, he's checked in for Lopez. Flalo comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Wesley Matthews. Portland trailing here. Lillard dishes to Leonard. Stolen. And now in transition is Mills. Here we go. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
The other thing that jumps out to me is just the big number of assists they've had. The offensive efficiency has been a major factor.
Steve Blake's checked in for Lillard. .55 seconds left in the third. And a follow wide open. He shoots. Portland no good that time either.
Rebounds are split just about down the middle in this game, Clark.
I'd venture to guess whichever team is able to maintain that energy level on the glass will have the upper hand the rest of the way.
Ginobili the pass to Dion. Bellinelli for three. It's good. The assist that time from Dion. Bellinelli's got 7.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Blake kicks to Leonard. It's picked off. It's Ginobili with the drive and the basket by Dion.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Leonard sets a screen for McCollum. Kicks it out to Leonard. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Ginobili.
My goodness.
Beats the buzzer.
Wow. Unbelievable. Great shot there, Kev. And the crowd is going crazy.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back.
Are you serious right now?
How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, let's talk. I think this offense really thrives off of plays like that. Turned it into an easy basket.
On the floor for Portland, Steve Blake is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then there's a Flalo. Then there's Batum. And it's Leonard in at the 5. Spurs leading by 11. Here's Bellinelli. Now here's Ginobili. Guarded by Blake. And here's Mills for 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Nice kick out after the defense had collapsed on it.
Blake kicks to Leonard. Batum dishes to McCollum. Unloads. Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by Ginobili. Ginobili's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Stolen by McCollum. Ahead by himself. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk part coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And Tony Parker subbed in for Patty. Portland also making some changes. Robin Lopez is checked in for Leonard. And Aldridge is subbed in for McCollum. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. He said to them, the lead we've got now is nice, but I want to make it even nicer. This is when we put the hammer down. It doesn't look like he's ready to back off just yet, guys.
Here's Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. And that's now 30 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And what jumps out at you guys, the assist totals. I mean, they have been dominant in that category. It's the ball movement, the player movement, great rhythm to their offense.
Clearly seems to me a different mindset between these teams.
Spurs leading by 12. Parker drives in. That's good. Parker's got 10 points in just the second half.
Not too many of those shots were dropping for him in the first half, but it's been a different story here in the second.
Splitters checked in for the Spurs. Duncan comes in for Boris Diaw. Portland also making some changes. Matthews comes in for Aaron Aflalo. And Lillard subbed in for Steve Blake.
Remember, he was hot early, 3 3-pointers in the first half, but he may have to start putting the ball on the floor. His shot's not working here in the second.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Matthews into the lane. Batum passes to Matthews. And Lillard kicks to Aldridge. From 8. Portland no good that time either.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
Leonard dishes to Splitter. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Double team on Parker. Nobody near Leonard. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
His work at the offensive end has been phenomenal. Maybe reason number one, they're ahead.
Matthews. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Here's Parker. Soft touch off the glass. Parker's got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, he wasn't phased at all by the bigger man on him. And on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
Here's Aldridge, and he lays it straight in. Aldridge has got 20 points.
It's a good thing he showed up today, because without him, this team would be in big trouble.
Ginobili kicks to Parker. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, I never got to compete in a dunk contest, but I've seen more than a few at All-Star Weekend. It's just amazing what players today can do in the air. And still, I think my favorite dunker of all time was Julius Erving. Watching him in transition is just a thing of beauty.
The Spurs making a switch here. Green's checked in. Aldridge with a screen on Parker. Lillard the pass to Aldridge. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Clark dunks are becoming increasingly more complex, whether they're in game or during events.
Well, the athleticism of the players is just off the charts over the last 2+ decades. So just about everybody, no matter what their size, when you look at NBA guys, can throw it down. And, you know, Steve mentioned his favorite dunker. Mine would have to be probably Dominique Wilkins. His two-handed double clutch sideways tilt throwdowns would have to be up there as well.
Other than, you know, Michael Jordan, Vince Carter.
Oh yeah,
guys, you can go on and on. There's some
sure could.
Acrobatic guys, high flyers for sure. And Duncan gets it to go in.
And that was very confident offense right there.
Trailblazers trail by 19. And Lillard kicks to Batum. The drive by Aldridge. Rebounded by the Spurs. Duncan's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's the floater. And Green with the basket on the assist from Leonard. And the Spurs lead by 21. Lillard dishes to Lopez. Outside, Batum. Count the bucket. Batum's got 10 points in just the second half.
Boy, has he picked it up in the second half. He's on fire.
Parker passes to Green. Kicks it out to Leonard. Down low. It's deflected. Batum with the steal. And they're running ahead. And the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got 24 points.
Well, that's the easiest opportunity an offense can get off a steal.
Exactly. No defense for that.
Parker drives in and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Damian Lillard.
Tony Parker, I don't think there's any question the best player ever to come out of France. In fact, back in the summer of 2013, he led France to the Euro Cup championship in Slovenia. Just a terrific performance there.
France has really produced some quality NBA players. You think about Boris Diaw, Nick Batum. Batum actually carried France in that title game against Lithuania.
Aldridge misses.
That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
Parker with him. Lillard picks him up. Green kicks to Duncan. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And for Boris Diaw and Parker, they grew up together. They'd won a gold medal together in the U18 European Championships.
And for 13 years, they've tried to get that second gold medal. But I'll tell you, the quality of play around the world, Kevin, just continues to get tougher and tougher. And France, definitely in that upper echelon.
And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Green's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, the height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be manhandled by the big boy.
9 feet out. Aldridge can't get that one to fall.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be. Firmly in control of this game.
Yeah, they have not let their guard down one bit in the paint.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Dishes it to Bellinelli. He kicks to Diaw. Fades. That is good.
And that puts a cherry on top, so to speak, of what's been a phenomenal showing for them.
All over but the whining now, Steve.
Spurs leading by 23.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just total obliteration. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Spurs.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
They've been getting way too many high percentage looks close to the basket, and tell you what, when they're getting them, they're converting.
You know, the play in the paint, an aspect of this game that has gone entirely their way.
San Antonio's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes. Blake misses.
Oh, it happens. He's wide open, but just couldn't get it to go.
Here's Mills, guarded by Blake. Here's Ginobili. Baines dishes to Diaw. Second shot opportunity, and it's San Antonio with another.
Just a little bit more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate the win.
Well, they can already start to celebrate, Steve, and they should let their team hear it. They were good.
Mills with the rebound.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Guys, I'm here with Tony.
K15.
Look at the biggest lead. Theirs was 23, ours was 2. And we led 8-6. That was the last time we led at all in the game.